All right. We're live, guys. This is Sim Easy Premium Hangout for a Wednesday at 2:07 East Coast time. My head is huge. I apologize. Well, I don't apologize.
We've always known your head was big, man. You had a big head.
I don't know why. I mean, if I back up, but I don't want to do that because I can't reach my arms aren't that long. We have Justin, we have Byron, we have Frank, and we have you, and you guys right there are the most.
What's up, everyone?
Hello.
I should say the Q&A is open. If you got questions, test it out. Give us a 1. You will help me pay for my Lambo or Ferrari or whatever the fuck it is, or my new Range Rover. Just so everybody knows, over in the Sim Easy world, the cat video was a preview video for the past 3 days. You can tell who's been watching it. And that was just a filler. Now you should be seeing us. You will actually be 60 seconds behind what we're talking about, and we appreciate you helping us hobble along. Anything you guys want to jump in here, because I'm about out of words.
Well, that's a first, Frank. We got some great stuff. I've prepared a bit of info on keyword research. Okay, kind of a beginner subject, but we're going to do something kind of advanced and cool that will really fit in, really fantastic if you're using Surfshaker or you're just building out sites or whatever. And then what else we got?
Anything they want to talk about? I literally been doing a lot of research on this whole. Gonti, you're in the right place, brother. The update to Penguin 3.0.
Nice.
They have been reset. They took it away.
You were telling me that there's a lot of things dropping, coming back up, like it never even happened.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I'm not the only one seeing it, but either way, it's helping my videos and it's helping my sites. So let's keep playing with it. I honestly just think it's going to be a big jumbled mess until January 5th.
Why January 5th?
Because there's a huge sale that happens after Christmas. People are taking back, getting other presents, doing this, but online they have to wait at least a week for those sales to actually happen, and like places like Amazon are going to be having a lot of stuff shipped back to them. And when they have that stuff shipped back to them, they're either going to be selling them as used, gently used, warehouse deals, refurbs, and all that other stuff. I know that if you pay attention to what's kind of happening, Amazon is selling Kindles that haven't even been sold yet. But they're selling them as used, refurbished, for when they get the returns after Christmas. They're asking you to wait 6 weeks after you buy it to get that refurbed unit. So,
wow.
2 and 2. They're already pre-selling their refurbs, which is awesome.
You know, wouldn't that stop someone from buying the new? What do you think on that?
Well, no.
They probably sold so many million new ones that, you know.
I think if you're a cheap bastard and you're going to be buying a refurb, you're just buying a refurb.
Oh, yeah. That's right here. I'm refurb.
Oh, yeah, so am I. I love my refurb
because
every time I get it, somebody physically touched it, made sure it worked when they put it in the box to send it to me.
Look, I got the iPhone 6 refurb.
Yeah.
How much did you save with that, Byron?
How much I?
Yeah, did you save like a couple $100 right off the top?
Yeah, I got it for $400.
Now, is that the 6 or the 6 Plus?
It's the regular 6.
Okay, so I mean that's still. Somebody touched it, somebody went through everything, somebody made sure that everything was updated, everybody made sure that that screen was safe and all the buttons were working, and then gave it back to you because some idiot turned it on, pressed the button, and it didn't respond, so they took it back as broken.
Yeah.
They do a couple $100 because you didn't want it today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called charge the battery.
Yeah, well, exactly. Hey, it came out of the box all screwed up. Brad, hey, I'm just answering a couple of these questions as they start to roll in. And you're going to be hearing my Sim Easy bloop bloop because I'm leaving it on so that I can keep dropping messages to people because I can't video chat them over there. It's not the SEO show. It's the SEO show. It's very confusing, but we're the ones that are able to jump on this super fast and get things rolling. Not always, right? But we are able to get things rolling and help you guys out by being here. So, just some elderly dude.
Frank,
Oh,
I got the
yeah.
I got the screenshots ready. Okay, for the keyword research training. Whenever you guys are ready, we'll jump on into it.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's roll into that.
Well, hold on. I got some news here for you.
Okay.
We got Jeff, dude, I'm calling you out. We got some elderly dude and Chris Angel. There is no Andrew and Jake.
Hey, well,
He just called you Chris Angel and me fucking old.
at least I'm a magician. That's all I have to say about it.
I got something to
You know
make
what? You really do look like Chris Angel, man.
Oh, don't say that. I know that frickin' prick. Oh.
Yeah,
Jeff. Yeah. See, I'm watching the chat over there too, pal.
Hey, Chris Angel loves SEO, so let's just see what we have.
Make some rankings appear.
Hey,
Exactly.
I'll tell you what. He's got a shitload of money and didn't have to work for 3 years. Not to mention his girlfriend was a Miss USA, so we'll all play. Go ahead, my man. You go ahead and take over and let me know what the hell's going on.
Who, me?
Well, whoever. I mean, I'm just saying, hey.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to share my screen. How do I? Can you switch that over so I can share my screen, or what?
Well, sure. Except all you have to do is hit the share my screen button.
Wow, man, technology. Okay, I see it. Here it is. Okay.
You see it? Second one down.
Yeah, share my screen, and then
Share your screen, and I'm going to switch to you.
Yeah.
You see everything is you?
Okay, can everybody see my screen right now? We should be looking at what's called Uber Suggest.
Yep.
Yeah, do me a favor, though. Are you going to have your AdSense running? Do you have
My
to have that
AdSense
open?
running?
Yeah, because you just flipped through it, and if I do a freeze frame, I can have your AdSense account. You may want to X that out.
Yeah, okay. Please, no one steal my shit. It's
It's
not running anyway, so I don't use that account for my AdWords.
Password change when you leave.
Yes, great idea. All right, so in exchange for everyone not ripping me off, I'll share some awesome keyword research techniques to get you running, okay? So there's a couple of cool things that I wanted to share that I've been researching over the last couple weeks here. And first is a tool called Uber Suggest, okay? And if you go to ubersuggest.org, that's UBER suggest.org, this is a free tool, and what this is going to do is it's going to go through and pull up, without any installations or any type of sign-ups at all, it's going to pull up Google's keyword suggestions, okay? So let's imagine that we got a really great affiliate product for green tea, okay? And that's what I popped in here. So we're going to say, okay, we're going to set up a shaker site, and we're going to just see all the words that people are searching for with green tea, and we're just going to make a mass blanket of pages. Throw them up, rank them, okay? And one of the interesting things is because you were also going to be hitting on some information keywords, people that are searching for that they're just looking for information, you're going to start to get traffic, going in there pretty fast. So we throw green tea in, and then we're able to see right off the bat all these different search phrases that people are popping into Google that relate to green tea. Okay? Green tea diet pills, green tea detox, green tea fat burner. Okay, so I guess, yeah, there is a good amount of fat burning things, information related keywords. But basically, you can take this whole list here, and we'll just say, let's see, there's a button here to add all the keywords. Select all keywords, okay? You can add all the keywords, export them into Excel, and pop them right into SERPshaker to knock out a page for every single one of these keywords. How does that grab you?
I like that. That's cool.
Works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice. Super easy. And I love this. I love that you don't need to sign up or anything. I actually even went and donated $10 to this guy just because it's such a great tool. Okay? I threw in cat toys, just as an example. And here it is. There's another, 24 keywords, But why not, let's take this to the next level and put in something that relates to a local business. Okay, so we'll say, I don't know, mechanic. Okay, throw a mechanic. Okay, it's taking sweet butt time, but hey, what do you expect for free, right?
Well, free, and you're on Google Hangout, and that's a resource hog from hell.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so, well, you get the idea. Okay, we throw it in. It's going to pull up all the related search terms, and you can use that as a base for building pages. Okay. Or, what you could do is find the ones that do relate to local businesses and pop out SERPshaker pages or, SERP Spike pages for your local city. Okay? Really fantastic tool. Hope you guys use it. And if you want to throw some feedback in, you can message me on SemEasy with the results that you guys get.
Have you tried KeywordShitter.com?
No, I've never even heard of that, but I gotta check it out now.
I'm going to tell you this. It is going to rock your world. I will tell you this, that once you start it, you must also press stop.
Why? Because it just keeps running?
It will keep running, and you will end up with thousands of LSIs.
Nice.
Dude, that's a cool tool.
Now,
wow. Where's it getting all these words?
It's getting it. Now, if you hit stop, you're going to see you probably, you're already at 369 words. Nah, how you like
this
me
is
now?
Killer, man. Nice.
Oh, I just want to jump in here real quick. Todd, the rest of y'all, Nick over at SemEasy. Andrew and Jake are back headed south, secret ninja meetings with some of their clients. So they asked Justin to jump in. Justin asked us to help out, and we're just here to kind of do a hangout. Unfortunately, I do not read all of Google's secret trademark prostitution papers that they file with the federal government. So we're not going to be talking about that in-depth crap. I leave that to Jake. But
right.
You do have ninja guys here who you've got local SEO with Justin. You've got local in Idaho with my man Byron.
Local and global.
Local and global, yeah. And I'm just me. I don't do anything. I just sit here and look pretty. So I'm failing miserably. I know. So I'm just catching up, everybody. But so what do you think, Justin, of the keyword shitter?
This is nuts. I mean, there is words popping up that I would never even have thought of. Like, I popped in mechanic, and the other tool came up with mechanic tool set, mechanic coveralls. This thing's coming up with mechanic Halloween costume, mechanic helper.
Wait. Your best one is 3 up from your bottom of your box. Mechanic hand soap.
Yeah. Ooh.
Do you think that you could make a quick pumice all of that, Amazon quick sale, boom, hit it local for your local mechanics or any commercial products, or I mean that's a and it does go down occasionally, guys. But as you see, there's nowhere to donate to the guy. There's no way to contact the guy. He's been running this thing as you see it for a long time.
Frank, it's me.
I figured it had.
I'm just kidding. It's not.
It had to be. I could tell by the logo.
Yeah. No, I just put in Idaho, and I got all kinds of cool stuff. So I can dominate Idaho.
Well, and that's what I like is also it's not just mechanic in one more word. It does get into some LSI stuff, which is, really neat. I mean, it's just something that his exact algorithm where he pulls it, I do not have a clue. I cannot literally find out who this is. I haven't done a who is search or anything like that, but, I haven't really wanted to go and just pick the guy's brain, though.
Here, I popped into Idaho, and here it is, man. There's hundreds, thousands of keywords just for Idaho.
Yep.
There's my SERP Shaker site.
Oh, right here? Nice.
Well, it will be.
It will be.
Repository sex offenders.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you made a page for everything that popped up there, I mean, you would dominate for local search and just put a nice ad up for your business,
I know.
That's the truth.
My God, that's hilarious. 913. Look at that. I mean, you've got almost 1,000 results already.
Wow. Yeah, and you know what? This just makes me think. I'm going to pop in after the call. I'm going to run this and let it just run for like an hour and see how many search terms come up.
Look at all that hunting stuff. That's crazy. Now it's getting into Idaho hunting.
Yeah, and you don't think like a fish and game, site wouldn't be like killer? I mean, I already know exactly if you would have had a hunt and gaming site for Idaho up, you'd have AdSense from all the big gun shops.
Yeah.
All of the catalog groups. Yeah. I mean, damn, that would have been a nice bit of AdSense for you.
Cool tool, man. That's awesome.
Well, yeah, this is now in the collection, man. This is a great tool.
Lita Hoyt says it'll shit them out. Cool dudes. Nice, Todd. Thanks for being here. Is SERP Shaker working with double agent? I'm going to tell you what has happened with me. I was running both. I was having some conflicts. I actually went to the SERP guys. I gave them access to all of my stuff in the back end so that they could go in. It was on a test site, so I didn't worry about it. They actually found the exact conflict. They were working with Jake on it, as far as I know. I just, after it's built, just let it go. I'm not using double agent on everything. So if I'm building an AdSense site, I am just literally just letting the ads run. And if you're going to run double agent for like a business, then you're not going to need SERP Shaker to be actually active, are you? I mean, I would think you're going to shut it off because you don't need to build more pages and you don't need internal linking working, because you've got double agent over top of it.
Yeah, as long as you're not using the like dynamic shortcodes, if you build out your site so everyth's just basically like static once it's done, that's it. And I take it off because I don't even just need it on there.
Well, and what I was doing was, what I was also thinking is that I was killing it just to remove any type of footprinting. Just in case. Not saying there is, not saying there's not. But if I'm laying an overlay, which I did with a site, I had a site, I was talking with the CPA network on Monday, and they were trying to get me to jump through hoops, and it was cj.com. And I'm like, listen, guys, we've gone through this. I have like 40 sites with you guys. Why am I jumping through hoops? And they're like, well, this one's like $150, sign up. And I went, okay. And they're like, how many members how many people are going to come through? And I said, well, I get anywhere from 500 plus visitors a day. So we can do like numbers and see how many will pop through. And they went, okay, we'll approve you. So I went and put double agent on that damn thing and sent it literally directly to their page. So they never touched my site, but I know that I've got huge amounts of traffic every day coming through. The guy calls me up and he goes, dude, you've been up for 4 hours. How do you have 600 people here? Nice. I went, well, how many bought? And he goes, oh, nobody bought. He goes, you just got 600 people who clicked to your thing. And I went, yeah, I know. I pulled it off because I didn't want to, piss off them and kill my account. But
tell them you were running AdWords and you're paying $5 per click.
Oh my God, dude, that'd be hilarious. Oh, I'd get crushed. No, so I undo SERP once it's built. If I'm going to have double agent on, if I'm not going to have double agent on, I just leave SERP going. I don't until we get a confirmed statement from either party, or both parties come together on a Wednesday, or both parties come on the SEO show on a Friday and say, look, we fixed it, run with it. Just undo one. I mean, it's common sense for right now. Just build up your site, And that's just my thought because that popped up. So, Baron, I hope that helped, even though I just ran my mouth for like an hour.
Speaking of that, I was having a great chat with another SEMeasy member named Mike in Skype. What is his name? Is Michael? Well, Mike, you know who you are, right? And we were talking about.
I hope he does.
I think he knows, right? He knows. Mike. It's Mike. You don't know Mike, right? And we were talking about SERP rankings and the importance of including inside your navigation, and this made a huge difference for him, okay, for a local site, is that he actually had his entire silo structure in his navigation drop-down menus, okay? So it would drop down. Oh, airplane. All right, you guys hear that?
Now, see, it's just like we were there with Jake and Andrew. You've got planes now.
Planes
They've got buses and trains. You've got planes.
So, huge difference in his rankings from just including all the links in a silo structure in his navigation compared to not. Has anybody else experienced that?
Yes. But now that brings up something quite interesting because I know a group of people who say that drop-down menus totally annihilate any silo structure for Google to follow.
Which
they say that if there is a drop-down, it doesn't. Google can't follow that drop-down menu. Which you just said it just proved that it does, or his ranking wouldn't have adjusted.
Yeah, well, here was the big difference, and he also has silo structure set up with linking on his sidebar and underneath his post. Okay, but here was the big difference: is he created 100 posts, okay, that was built out, and it was literally all the same text, just different headings, okay, or different titles, and those 100 posts rank on the first page, okay. Then he built out another 100 or so, where he didn't include those 100 in the nav bar, and not a single one was ranking on the first page. I mean, it kind of makes sense to me.
Well, no, it definitely makes sense. I mean, I think that even if you've got the silo and you've got some linking, if it's not included in your site, I mean, here's my thinking is, if you don't want to list it, then why the hell should we list it? You know what I mean? If you're not putting it as a major thing on your site, or somehow for the public to find you on your site these different articles, then why should I involve you in the search results? Yes, it's content, but if, it's like uploading 500 pictures to your WordPress site, and then you take one picture and you put it in a post. Well, that picture is going to show up. Even though I see these 500 other pictures, you don't, and I can see what they are and everything, but you haven't told the public about them, I'm not going to either. That's what my thinking is. So as soon as he started saying, hey, these are important, Google went, oh, shit, they're important. they're important to your site, so we're going to start ranking them. And because he's got the good silo and he's probably hitting some killer keywords, and and he's local, yeah, you're gonna dominate locally because we're going to give it to you because you're doing the work.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think it's the exact thing. If you're like, well, if you're not showing it to your visitors, why should we show it to our searchers?
Right. Well, and it goes back to what Google said when they started. We want to give the world to everybody, and we're going to give content. And they're always, yes, content is just it's content. Okay, whatever content is, it doesn't have to be good content. It's just content. But if you're not giving it to them, why should I? And I'm definitely not going to help you because you're not even helping yourself. Those are just my thoughts on why Google does some of the shit that they do and why they sometimes don't do the shit they do. And I think it goes down to us just doing basic things to help ourselves will also help our sites. And it's just, when you're searching for, everybody goes, well, I'm searching for this. And I go, yes, but you're searching as an SEO, not as a person looking for something. I'm not looking for plumber 24/7.
Right.
I'm probably looking for an emergency plumber, or a plumber near me, or overnight, or, something. But these specific keywords that everybody starts building these sites around don't really make sense. When I'm freaking out or I'm looking for, a restaurant on Bell Road, I'm saying restaurant on Bell Road, and Google gives me the answer. But if I don't have my site set up to give that answer, then Google's not going to rank your ass. That's just what I'm thinking.
Well, what about the speaking of that drop-down menu and all the silo, what about a sitemap? In a lot of sitemaps, HTML sitemaps, I list everything on my site. You guys think that's the same thing, or the only reason or the only difference with the drop-down is I guess it's coded in like a list format in the HTML, but so are a lot of sitemaps, So.
Well, here's my thoughts on why it may help as well, and I was thinking about this too, is you have your silo links, right? Or if you imagine, the link juice coming in from one of your subpages. That subpage is hitting through your silo, so it's maybe going to the parent category and then a couple other brother sites. But then it all gets distributed to every single page, right? And every single page is linking to every single page, right? So I don't know if you're totally destroying your link juice through your site or not, or if you're actually kind of harnessing all those pages to boost every single other page.
I see what you're saying, yeah, because that's right. I totally missed that thought. The sitemap is its own page, so basically every single page would be linking to every other page. I don't know. See, I would think that's a little counterintuitive, and it would kind of blow up your silo, but maybe not.
We need to test is what we need to do.
Yeah.
We really need to test, Doug.
Yeah.
I see you. Doug, you need to test. You're in the mastermind group.
Well, and that's something that I would love to see a test for, and because as a matter of fact, it was Network. I'll have to find their name again, and they said in a post that those drop-down menus are absolutely killing silos and blah blah blah. And I thought I could see if it was a ridiculous drop-down. Okay, you got 100 pages and they're all in a category drop-down, and you got, you're never gonna that just would look ridiculous. But okay, so it kind of works. I can see that. And I would think that it works because what I'm seeing is something visual. What Google's robots are seeing are links. They're not seeing that visual drop down. So I wasn't sure, how that played out. And I'm just relaying information. Don't hold me responsible for anything of that nature.
Yeah, this is an experimental suggestion right now, and that's
a cool ass thing. If it's on the side, if it's on the footer, or if it's in the top nav, those are links to your next pages. So that will help. It would help me look around your site which I think would make Google also be able to look around your site, which would help.
Right on. Yeah, I'm looking at Wikipedia too, and they're they're like the gold standard for silos. And you know, they don't have that every single page, of course, because they have like a gazillion pages. You know, but I think that they're always the fallback to look for a good silo structure.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think they're what Google looks for in how to build a page that's interconnecting. I mean, because if they're not what the standard is, they're what everybody should go back to as at least a guide. Because I don't think there's anything else out there besides like WebMD or something monstrous. I mean, do not go to a university website and try to figure out what the fuck you're doing, because it ain't going to work. Because they are the worst. I don't care who you are. You go to a university website and start looking around, you will get lost, and you cannot back your way back out. They are horrible, and they teach these classes on this SEO stuff and how to build web pages and all that stuff. No, they don't. Don't follow them. But go to Wiki and go to WebMD, and they will let you just hunt and peck all the way through, and you will never get lost.
Yeah. And you know what, Byron? I'm looking at this, and they do have on their like main nav of their homepage basically what would be an HTML sitemap.
Oh, really?
Where it does divide into like a couple hundred different pages, are all just listed on here.
Interesting. Yeah, I was wondering about that. I mean,
I think your sitemap is well, one, really important. But your sitemap, each one of those ticks in your sitemap should link back to the page that it goes to, but it should also be interconnected to the above and below site or page. You know what I mean? So yeah. I think if you've got your page here and you got your other pages, they're going to connect here, but it's also going to link back. So each page should have technically 3 that it links to, unless you're at the very bottom of your funnel, but that should link back to the top or over to another category. If you've done it right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that was an interesting thing from earlier today. So yeah, let's play around with it. If you guys have more questions about sitemaps or your own experiences about what's working for you, post it up. Share it.
Brad has a comment that I clicked on from the Q&A, and he says, yeah, but even when you disable SERP Shaker, then DA will not show the post. DA shouldn't show the post, should it?
Stumper.
Well, DA should be showing. I think we lost Justin because he is. Everybody look at Justin's picture.
He's frozen.
He's froze. And I'm going to click on him so it highlights him, and he's gone. Damn it. He'll pop back in. But isn't DA supposed to overlay it with something else?
That's what I thought. I don't know.
So I'm not sure, Brad. Let's go to.
We'll look into that, Brad.
Yeah, well, we'll have Jake tell us what the hell's going on, because Jake better watch this later. Hi, Jake. Hi, Andrew. Come on, Justin, come back to me. Leads Ahoy says, Todd, if you're having trouble with SERP Shaker and SimEasy working together, make sure that your server has PHP 5.3. It fixed it for us. Fantastic. Now I've got something else to go find. Excuse me. Wow. Coffee. So, hey, thanks for that. PHP 5.3. I've got something for Byron to go check out on my sites now. Brad says here, will not allow your post to be shown. It gives you a blank page when you try to look it up. Okay, go to 5.3 in your PHP. There is a conflict. Shut one of them off. If you're going to use DA, deactivate SERP Shaker, and you'll get your page back. But if you guys are really having any problems with SERP, go over and hit those guys up. Tell them what you're doing and tell them what the problem is so that they can help fix it on their end. because they know what the problems and issues are, and they're currently working on it. Mike Woody says his only problem with SS and DA was the admin. I'm wondering if it's the admin screen, or if he means him. So I'm not sure. But I love Justin's picture with Santa Claus. Keyword shitter is the bomb, Todd. I love that, and I have used it for so long that it is an absolute beast. There's Justin again. What's going on, brother?
I'm back. My good old AT&T, as soon as you hit like a certain bandwidth in an hour, it dies.
Oh,
Thank you,
lovely.
AT&T. Yeah, so...
Where are you located?
Oh, sunny Stuart, Florida. It's like a population of like 13,000, man. It's like this, but it's paradise, man. You should come on over.
Don't say that. I will ruin your neighborhood and drive real estate prices into the ground.
Just because you're there?
Just because I'm there. Just because I showed up. And people are going to be like, really? This guy showed up?
I'll show up. We'll go to
Actually, I'll just show up with my golf cart and drive around with the old people.
Yeah, whacking shit with golf clubs, man.
See, that's what gets me arrested. Every time somebody brings up something like that, I go do it, and then I get arrested. Guys are evil. All right. Well, we're here in 5.4 on PHP. Listen, guys, check out SERP Shakers. Ask them if you need 5.3. Shut up. Oh, man, do not, if you ever have the opportunity. AirDroid is awesome. It's awesome. AirDroid app is an awesome app. It can be a pain in the ass if you have your speakers on, though. It notifies you of... AirDroid is an app that you put on your computer and on your phone, and you can shoot large files through your Wi-Fi connection. As long as the computer and your phone are connected to a centralized Wi-Fi, you can do things back and forth and control your phone, and your phone can control certain files, and it's really great. If I get a phone call or a text message, it then starts this beeping crap that
And you can reply to it on your PC, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really great. It's another reason why Android is a much better phone than Apple crapola.
Dude, I switched to Apple because Android stuff was freezing on me. I'm happy to switch back if they fixed it, but they were bad a year or two ago. Like 6 months into my phone,
Dude, that's like saying, you'd go back to SEO if, it could go back to what it was 6 months ago.
Well, hey.
I mean, come on, it's constantly changing. I mean, shit, they're updating my phone every 2 hours.
But dude, now I got a bunch of iPhones, so I just need a phone that works. But anyway.
Come on, dude. I am a Mac guy, and I won't touch an iPhone because I like things that are actually 2014.
One thing I don't like about the iPhone up until the 6 is just how tiny it always was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got the Note 2, which came out in 2012, when their screen was like 3.5 inches. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Man, if I told my girl she could look at 3.5 inches, she'd leave me. I'm talking about the phone.
That's width, right? That's
yes.
Not
I mean, hey, my phone's huge. Look at it compared to my head. See? Side by side. Well, I've just taken this all the way sideways, I think. How the hell do you... Or, I'm sorry. Jim wants to know, how in the heck do you SEO a site that is created by SERP Shaker with DA? You SEO it before you put on DA.
Yeah, it's a pretty broad question. I mean, if you get more specific.
Yeah. SERP Shaker literally, guys, is and Byron and I have talked about this numerous times. That's your burn and churn. I mean, those are throwaway sites that are just there to mother of all things holy.
Well, let me throw something at you. And this
Don't
was
do that, dude. You're gonna ruin your camera. It's never gonna hit me. Never ever going to hit me. I mean, go ahead. It's your computer. No, go
Sorry?
ahead. All right.
Sorry? Okay, so check this out. And I tried this with a client, worked freaking fantastic, though it has its ups and downside. Is I took Surfshaker and I manually spun a document and I popped it out and then imported the post into his current site. Okay, so I did like 100 posts and we got paid on a per post basis. Took me about a ridiculous low amount of time, but we did 100 posts, got paid on a per post basis. And those posts work really well because his site already has authority on it. It's like, boom, Totally hand spun though, not like automated spinning or anything, because we want to be sure it was real high quality.
Right, right, and you just want to make sure that there's like no connection between them. 99.8%, all that stuff. No, if you're throwing on something like that, and the domain already has authority, I think that's just giving it a massive boost of like content, and that's going to, of course, help with content. But I think if you've got a brand new domain, brand new site, you've got to do a little bit of work, and I mean a little bit of work, to set up the page right with, popping in your video, popping in a picture, rotate out your title, and literally 1,000-word article that's spun out by, whatever, however, and you're interlinking, and then you put it up. You're done. And
Pretty
then
much,
just blast that damn thing until it runs out of content. You've got, let's say with everybody else's number, 15,000 pages. And then you throw DA over time, and literally, like you said, if you're not using dynamic, shut SERP off, throw on the DA, and drive it to wherever the hell you're driving it to. Like Byron and I, when I built out that one state location, I literally had no idea how you guys are building 14,000 page sites, and I did one state with a very short amount of keywords, and I'm at 500,000 posts.
Yeah, that site is awesome.
I don't get, and I was like, wow, I must have really done something. And it's not even doing what I wanted it to do, because I was asking them if they could actually have it mix, like if you've got keyword A pile, okay, let's say all cities in a state, and you've got keyword pile that's your buying keywords in B. I wanted them to be able to take the first word, run it through the entire second list, then drop to the second word and run through the entire second list. And they're like, oh, it won't do that. And I went, well, it should. That would be badass.
It should, yes.
And I would love to see it. So what I ended up doing was making one word and blending it with the whole second list, then resetting it and putting in a second and running it through the list. And I'm hitting local like crazy. And literally Byron's like, give me the information, because I want to check this site out. And he was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm checking the ratings like every day. I'm like, dude, you got another page one. You got another page one.
Nice.
And it's just trying to see what'll work and what'll break. And now, literally, I've got a DA set on top of it, and it's going to Napa Auto Parts.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you call them up, or?
No, a CPA offer.
Ah, nice.
So it's an automotive, and every time somebody goes to search for a certain thing, automotive in a certain town, and I hit all the backwards cities that just do not have massive population, but if they're looking for a car part or a service, bam, Napa's getting their business. And I'm letting it run for a while, and after it's got some traction, I can call up Napa Corporate and say, look, I'm kicking your ass. Your Napa.com ain't doing anything. How about you buy this from me? I'm tired of playing with it.
Yeah, rent it or something.
Mhm. Yeah, or just give it to them the whole time. Wow, guys are sorry. I'm just getting hit on Skype at the same time. People are going, dude. Okay, I have no idea who this person is. So how the hell do you, like you said, Doug Huggins, can you share the hosting details, please, with Gonti?
Yeah.
I would hit up inside of SimEasy guys and connect in there because I'm not going to be able to share all these stats with you guys or all the intricacies, if that makes sense. So hook up in the forums.
Yeah, that's the place.
That's where we need to go.
Hey,
Okay.
Doug.
Yeah.
Hold up. This is for Doug. Thank you very much for leaving an awesome testimonial for me here in the questions, but I wanted you to leave a testimonial review for me on my local places. I don't know. You're like, thanks to Justin, da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, no. Let's throw that into local places, man.
Hey, well, you know what? If you would have dropped in your website, that would have linked from our event page over to your site. All of these questions and answers get SEO'd. So please keep asking questions and leave killer keywords like Angelina Jolie, beer, things like that. Tom, I got your question. Yeah, would be a huge drop down. SERP Shaker question again. This is from Brad. Sometimes DA and SERP Shaker work together, and sometimes it does not. Yes, check your PHP. Barron says he's in Royal Palm Beach, Justin, just south of Stewart.
Oh, who is this?
This is Barron Best.
All right. Hey, Baron, I'm gonna shoot you over a message on SimEasy, man. We'll get together.
Hey, I have a question for you guys. I just taught a class, and since this is for premium members, I'm willing to share for client getting. Much cheaper than paper lead, paper whatever, and the ASIC and everything else. Has anybody gone over to meetup.com and set up a local meetup to teach business owners what we do?
Yeah, I've done that before.
Shut up, man. You do everything.
No, I actually have.
I really hate you now. Shut up. No,
I haven't.
No.
I haven't.
Okay, because I was just wondering, because I started a meetup and for video and going to teach local businesses. And before we had our first meetup, I had a guy get a hold of me, and he said, I really need your help. I have all these videos, and I'm willing to pay you. And it ended up, we signed for 18 grand for the year. And it's just on fixing what he's already got. So I was just wondering if anybody else has decided to go out, give away some information, because what you're going to do is actually meet local businesses that are interested, that are searching for you but don't want to search for you on Facebook, because I personally don't think anybody is on Facebook searching for an SEO guy, but we see a ton of Facebook ads for I will do SEO. For you. Unless you live in Plano, Texas, then I heard Facebook is great for your ads. Nobody got that. Okay, that one fell. That one fell flat. I apologize. Okay, I had to go back. It's a circle. Okay, so Baron and Justin are going to connect. Let's see what we've got here from Doug. He will do that. Justin, he will do that. He's been trying to get the state sold. We'll get there tonight. Sweet. Inside conversation. Fun and games.
So, hey, I got another keyword research thing to do if we want to hit that before we wrap up, or I'm not sure how long this is supposed to go on for.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like sex, man. You never know how long it's going to go on.
Oh, okay. So we should have been over like 40 minutes ago then.
Not in my world.
You're young, dude.
Okay, yeah, let's go over it. I'd like to.
My wife and I just pass in the hallway.
Okay, so here, I'm going to pull up the screen share again. All right. Let's do that. Share.
You don't know how lucky you are, because it used to be that you could screen share once per Hangout.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because it broke.
It was like a bug.
Yeah. It was horrible.
So, well, now I got screenshots, and I purposely blanked out my AdWords ID. Thank you. But basically, this is just going to be a quick way to do some initial research and then find out what keywords people are actually searching for locally, with that city at the beginning or the end. Okay. So for this example, I just threw into this product or service, small engine repair and motorcycle repair, just to see, what's going to come up for keyword ideas. Okay, and this is using Keyword Planner. And this I actually do whenever I'm mapping out what I want my Surf Shaker site to be about. Okay. So we threw this in, and then what I do is I go through and I look for average monthly searches, ideally over 10,000. Okay. Though you're not always going to find those, but I should go for ideally at least 1,000 searches a month, because these searches are going to be across the entire U.S. Okay, so if you take all those 1,000 searches and you split them up between all the cities, really it's going to just come out to a handful per city. But yeah, small engine repair, threw that on. Motorcycle mechanic was great. Okay, and then I went through and basically just went through and through a couple different ones, lawnmower repair, and just got some initial ideas together. Okay. Now, when you do this yourself, you're going to take your time, and you're probably going to pull up a list of 50 different keywords that people might potentially be searching for. Okay, lawnmower repair shop. Okay, that's a great one, because that is a totally locally focused keyword. Now, you're going to find keywords that may be local but may not be. People might be trying to buy something online. And this is specifically for a local client, okay? And then you're going to find keywords that are just totally research-based or online-based, and you'll want to ignore those completely, because they're not going to be typing in for, like, lawnmower repair manual, Stuart, Florida. You know what I'm saying? So you'll just pass those up right away and just basically look for the ones that people could be searching for with the city at the end, okay? So next slide. After you do that, you can copy all the keywords and then head over to this. Now, this is something that you might like, Frank. This is a tool where you can take one list and then another list, and it will combine them together. Okay? It's somewhere called like Textmatic Line Combination Generator. Okay? So what I did was I took that first list and I put New York at the end. Because I figure if they're searching for it in New York, okay, which is a huge city and a state, I think, huge city, huge population, okay, there's a good chance that someone will probably be searching for that in my little town too, okay? You see the logic behind that? If they're searching for it in the huge towns, and Google actually knows that they're searching for the, in the big towns, there's a good chance that 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 people are searching for it in my little town, So I threw that in, and then you do the same thing, but you flip it. So you put the city in the beginning and the keywords at the end, okay? And you're going to copy both those lists that pop out in the bottom, okay? Jump back over to your keyword planner. And this time you're going to basically just search for traffic. Pop in your list, and here's what you come out with at the end. Okay? After you put in your list, you get the traffic, you sort by traffic average monthly searches, and that's going to give you your highest potential for local keywords that will get traffic. Okay? And that's important because you don't want to waste your time on keywords that's just not going to get traffic, because it takes time to build the pages. You know, if you're doing manual silo structuring or anything like that, it's going to take more time. Basically, you want to shoot for those 20% that's going to get you the 80% of your results with your keywords. Okay? And one last thing on that, just because it doesn't come up here doesn't mean that people aren't searching for it. Okay? Airplane. You know, but as an example, you might have New York dirt bike mechanic. Okay, it says it's coming up with 0 monthly searches, but there's a good chance that there is someone in New York that's typing in New York dirt bike mechanic, right? Because it's just that, it just makes sense. And yeah, again, stop thinking through your eyes and think through their eyes, through the searcher's eyes. And there you go.
Well, and one thing while you have that screen up, those average monthly searches, Google's only showing you what they are getting for paid advertisers. So if nobody's paying for an ad for New York dirt bike mechanic, they're really not showing you that. They're not showing you every search that's ever done by everybody all the time. So yes, there are searches for certain terms. You will probably, if you go in there, and you're probably not logged into your keyword account now, but if you do Glendale pizza delivery, there's nothing. There is no search volume. I can tell you there should be at least 10 or 15 a week, let alone a month, because I'm the one searching for them all the time. My wife and I, we both go, okay, well, we're tired of Hungry Howie's. Let's find something else. So we type it in, or we type it in with the zip code. And that's just the way it is. Wow, that was a horrible thing to pull up on your screen, dude. The big picture of my fat face. I think we lost Byron because now he's frozen.
Yeah. Well, let me add one more thing I forgot. Is that another way to do this is you can hit the sort by suggested bid, and that's going to put the ones that people are bidding for at the top. So again, yeah, if people are bidding for AdWords, there's a good chance that you can try to get them into your SERPShaker site once you make that, get past that first person, that, the desk person, and talk to the owner or the manager.
Yeah, I completely. I will tell you that you were using Text Mechanic, and I use for my desktop, just in case I don't want to be online or don't want to open up another window. I use Revenue Wire Keyword. It's Revenue Wire Keyword Manager, and it does the same thing with mixing words and all that fun stuff, and you can drop things in there and add and come out with hundreds of thousands of words. Wow! I mean, you went from here, Byron. Now you're here. Now there you are again. And there's Justin, and Justin has the secretary running around in the background. That's awesome. Say hi from all of us online. They see what we got going on. Let's see. Just built a few sites on 1.10. Tried building normal. Had issues with DA. Trying to use category override. Would not take URL. Just tried building on localhost with SS. Deleted the plugin. Then done an upload to a new activated DA and still same issues. I don't have the tech support knowledge of what's going on with these things, but I will tell you this from using WordPress. You might be having conflicts with other plugins. I did have the blank screen when I tried to use DA. Did have a blank screen using SERPShaker. Updated a couple of things. Undid a couple of SEO plugins that I had going, and ba-boom! It popped back up. I would hit, since Jake is in a meeting, and Jake will probably be in a meeting and flying and moving around, I would hit up the SERP guys and see if Don and those guys can help you with your problems.
Hey, I got a question from Mario on that. In fact, someone who was Doug had a very similar problem, and it was literally not host. It was GoDaddy, and it was the oddest thing that he could do a site-wide overlay, okay, and it worked great. He tried doing a category overlay, and it crapped out, okay. He switched over to HostGator, okay, which I use myself. I recommend. And it worked like a charm. Man, I tell you, GoDaddy is a plague on the internet, and I avoid it at all costs.
You'll see, that's how I feel about HostGator. Only because, well, I was with HostGator for 4 years, and then when they were having their DDoS that happened, and it was just company-wide, and it was just rolling out, I was on the West Coast, and the West Coast was getting pounded every couple of days with sites being down, and I just literally could not have clients on something that was just getting its ass kicked. So it was not that I didn't like HostGator. It's like literally it was just so big, and it was a target that I switched over. I'm in 2 different spots now. I run smaller sites on Host9, and I have bigger sites on a VPS. And both of them seem okay. I'm not doing crazy SERP DA stuff. Very little of my stuff is being. I'm using DA kind of, and I got this from Byron. He kind of mentioned doing it to get the clients to see what we're able to do, and then building them out a different site. For long-term.
Yeah.
Going, but hey, look at what we can do, and throw the overlay on there while you're talking to them. You're in a meeting, they're totally fascinated with how you did this, and then when you leave, you've got them for a whole new site, a whole new SEO, a whole new build out, and that's just what I've done. Brad, if you're using Host9 and having any issues, again, you got to talk to Don and them. Set up a tech account with the same admin rights, that if you ever need somebody to go in and do any WordPress or any fixes or see what's going on, send them to that tech site. After they've done and answered your thing, go in and just change the password, and then you always just have a user that you can send them to and play with. It's just something that I do. The tech guys at these big companies are not trying to screw you or take over your site or hurt you in any way. So I always just give them full access so that they can go in and play with anything. They may see something that we don't know, and they love going in and playing on your cPanel. Just make sure you're not doing anything illegal as hell. Not that I would do that. Let's see here. We have Leads ahoy! I've got to stretch my screen a little bit in order to see these. I really appreciate you guys coming out here on a Wednesday and hanging with everybody from SimEasy. This is Nick. We spent weeks trying to fix this. 5.3 PHP finally fixed it. I have 30 to 40 sites. They're working fine on Host9 and HostGator. Also, do not build these on a baby account. It won't work. Get the VPS at minimum. Guys, seriously, take that and run with that. I was always worried about the cost of a VPS, but you can't do some of this stuff on some of these weak sites, these weak hosts. Shared hosting, I actually was getting my ass kicked in the search because I found out I was on a shared account that had a ton of Asian porn on it. When I was checking a Who's Your Neighbor search on online, and it goes and tells you who's in your same IP pool, and I was quite surprised that my little website was in with Asian porn, and I was just getting horrible help from Google. And as soon as we switched out and went somewhere else in a new IP, all of a sudden my ranking skyrocketed. So go with the VPS. It's yours. It's yours to play with. It's yours to love.
Good advice.
Well, thank you. I try. Occasionally, I'll say something that's not stupid.
Yeah, it's like 1,000 monkeys on typewriters or something. 1,000,000 monkeys on 1,000,000 typewriters. You'll get the works of Shakespeare after long enough.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I've never heard that, and I thought I've heard it all. That is awesome. Guys, this is one of the things that I don't know if it was just me, but it seems that the forum on SimEasy has slowed down, and it's more stuff seems to be happening in the chat. And I'm cool with the chat stuff, but there's a lot of stuff in the forum. We could really beef it up if we took our Wednesday questions and either re-asked them because you didn't get an answer, or somebody may have missed your question. Post it in the forum. I mean, really, because that's going to help me, because I go in and I search for certain things. And I know that there was a question that was asked 4 months ago. Never got an answer. It's the same question I had. So, I plussed it out so it would move up. Check it out. I mean, it'll really help anybody who's new, anybody who needs more of these answers. And believe it or not, I think it'll also force the people who have the answers to go in and help. Not to mention, eventually these guys are going to do something with these frickin' points that are growing over in the corner. Because I have no idea what the points are for, but I'm hoping that eventually we'll get T-shirts or some ball caps.
Represent.
Yeah, come on. I'd have Fathead behind me, but they're really expensive, bastards.
Yeah.
So let me. I'm gonna look real quick because we're getting what hosting Justin using for DA to work. He uses HostGator.
Yeah. With the latest version of PHP, okay, as Nick was saying, that really could be the factor right there.
Yeah, well, and that was something that that we're seeing 5.3, 5.4. If they tell you that they will not increase your PHP, call them a liar. Send another ticket in. Eventually, it will pop to somebody else who will just go ahead and fix it for you. Jim asks, how can you hook up with Justin and yourself? You can hook up with me, Byron Justin, inside of simeasy.com, premium membership. But you all know that because you're all members. You can hit us up in there, and you can hit us, well, I don't know about Justin and Facebook, but Byron and I are on Facebook.
Frank, I'm friends with you on Facebook and Byron. Come on.
I have like 4,000 friends that, suddenly I feel like I'm like super popular and I know like nobody.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, I mean, feel free, facebook.com/Byron Lee SEO. I'll talk to you about this stuff. I mean, SEO, web, whatever you need. So,
dude, what are you doing?
I'm just saying that's how they can contact me.
Oh, but, Gary, okay.
What the hell? Why are you stroking yourself? Oh,
listen, Gary, I got you on
SEO Show.
Okay.
SEOshow.com.
Local SEO services for businesses. Forever and a day.
Walmart diet. No, hit us up in either SimEasy, and I will tell you this, I sometimes literally forget to go over and check things, but when I do, I jump over there and I literally will spend hours trying to catch up and help anybody that I can, especially if it's video stuff. I'm the video guy, Byron's the SEO guy, and that's why we connect as much as we did to do our thing. Justin is like super ninja local. He's so good at local that he's actually national.
Well, yeah, I do.
That's
yeah.
some crazy crap.
I bought a couple years ago. I said, man, I'm going to get this keyword that's local SEO services. So I bought local SEO services for businesses.com, which is a long tail keyword. Well, I've definitely got local SEO services for businesses, and then in Florida here, I got local SEO services, but I don't have it for other states because I think it is geo targeted. So, but eventually I will have local SEO services, local SEO, and SEO. I'm confident.
Did you buy nationwide SEO services and then just 302 or 301 or something to your local? Oh man, everybody just hit GoDaddy to buy that URL. I already own it. No, that is something. There are so many people who have so many specialties inside of SimEasy that it's really cool, and that's why, as the masterminds that we've started get bigger, it's going to broaden out, and everybody's going to be able to jump into their own mastermind. And if you don't have a mastermind, get with people that are local with you, hang out with coffee, bring your laptops, sit down, start talking, do a meetup, do anything, do videos, and show how you're a ninja at something that you do. Like I said, we got Uber Suggest today as a tool. You got Keyword Shitter. There are a ton. I still fall back to the pride of everything and use the much hated Google Keyword Planner. I always start there. Always have. And, Byron has said that that's where he kind of goes too. I mean, he's got a ton of other ones. I do want to make a plug. I do need to absolutely make a plug for Friday's SEO show, and I'm going to tell you guys that if you do not go to the SEO show Facebook page, you cannot win. And there is like $1,000 worth of freebie shit going out on Friday. And we're not talking little tiny things. You're not getting a WordPress plugin. You're getting this is ranking tools that we are going to be talking about, from SERPFox to an entire what the hell is the name of that damn thing? I closed out my window. Go to the SEO Show Facebook page and look for the post about Friday's contest giveaway. Follow the directions. It's happening Friday. And I'm going to cover it because I know some people are already going to ask, what the hell's going on with SERP Spike? And I am going to tell you, I know for certain, nobody knows for certain. Don't know, guys. There is a secret meeting going on somewhere in the United States. As soon as Jake gets back, I'm sure they're on top of it. I'm sure they're trying. It's very tough for them. Apologies from my end of the spectrum. I have no control over it, but I just wanted to let everybody know that. But get over to the SEO Show Facebook page, friend us, like us, share us, and make sure you are doing that because it's a great giveaway. I had to beg these companies for this shit, so it's the last contest of the year, so it'll be all crazy. And that's it. That's all I got. We've gone an hour and a half. I want to know if everybody else is ready to finish this. We have not answered all the questions. Take them to the forum. Ask each other. Let's do this as a family, big old family love.
Yeah, I'm good. Unless Justin, do you have anything else?
Yeah, talking about one last thing is the contest, right? I actually won a contest, Frank. You remember that contest I won? With that picture I posted?
Yes. Yeah.
And, hold on, I'm pulling up that picture now.
Oh,
all right, screen share time. Okay,
go ahead.
Then we're going to wrap it up. All right, so this is a contest that an awesome dude named Mark that Frank had on SEO Show, who's now become a pretty good friend of mine. Outside of this, and he said, post up something to make me laugh. So this is the picture I posted up that won me the contest.
You know what? That picture
that's good.
Made. It was good. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this. I ran and got my wife, and she laughed her ass off. She was like,
"This took me forever to find that perfect screenshot of Frank in that SEO show to take and pop this on."
I'm just wondering if my daughters have seen that. It's so funny. They're so embarrassed by me.
Hey, it's your next profile picture.
I don't have a problem with it. I'll put it up. People will be like, "Whoa, what the hell's going on?" Is there some? They will. They'll be checking the wife to see if there's an announcement online or something. Because that's how I did. That's how I got my wife to become engaged to me. Was I made a video and asked her if she was busy one day in a couple of weeks and would she marry me. She said yes online. I mean, nobody knew about it. They just started seeing this video ranking, and they're like, the hell's going on? Frank just asked. Oh my God! So everybody flew in. We got married. She's suffering, but all right, guys. Anything else? Yeah, and Mark's awesome, and I'll tell you this. Go check out his video series, and their local thing, and just check out on Facebook and look at shit that I repost of other people, and you'll see some pretty cool shit and everything. But I appreciate everybody being here. Had a good little turnout. I know there was confusion, and I apologize. That was my fault. I'll take the fucking blame. The test was positive, Baron. The test was positive, and it was okay. Bastards.
Everything worked out.
You bastards. Listen. We're going to stop this broadcast. I appreciate everybody coming by.
Thank you, guys.
I'm Frank Schwartz. That's Justin. That's Byron. This is
Thanks, guys.
Later. Bye.